Good morning, viewers. Myself Pooja Gupta. I am practicing chartered accountant. Today, through this presentation, I am discussing the topic Legal Entity Identification Code, which is called as LEI. The requirement for obtaining LEI code is mandated by Reserve Bank of India (RBI) and is applicable on some class of notified persons. And same we will explain in later section of presentation. Friends, when any provision introduced by a regulator, there is objective behind it. So in this presentation, we will discuss about what is the objective for coming this LEI code. Secondly, who needs to apply for it. Thirdly, how to get it. And fourthly, what is the due date for applying this LEI code. So we'll discuss first pointer about the purpose for introducing LEI code by RBI. As we all are aware about the financial crisis, it was happened globally during the year 2007-8. So that time regulator realized that there is absence of unique identification code for each financial institution, due to which there was difficulty in estimating about individual corporation amount of risk exposure. So in 2011, G20 leaders called upon the Financial Stability Board to lay the groundwork for creation of framework which supported LEI. So basically G20 is an organization, is an international forum for the government and central bank governor from 19 countries and European Union, and it is founded in 1999 with the aim to discuss policy pertaining to promotion of international financial stability, FSB. So FSB is a financial stability board. It's an international body that monitors and make recommendation about global financial system. So on recommendation of FSB, G20 leaders issued LEI in December 2012. In India, RBI has mandated LEI registration by notification dated 1st June 2017, and it's applicable on notified class of persons. So LEI code, we can say that it is a key measure to improve the quality and accuracy of financial data system for better risk management post this global financial crisis. LEI is a 20-digit unique code to identify parties to financial transactions worldwide. So basically it's a 20-digit unique code. And now next question is, who needs to apply for LEI? So there were 3 notifications introduced by RBI in 2017 and 18. So first notification came on 1st June 2017. We are categorizing it as a category, but is nowhere mentioned in notification. For our understanding purpose, I am just mentioning in PPT as category A. So it's applicable on companies those are trading in over-the-counter market for rupee interest rate derivative, foreign currency derivative, and credit derivative in India. So basically, OTC, over the counter market, is that market where contracts are traded directly between two parties without going through an exchange or any intermediary. The next notification came on 2nd November 2017. It covers B category. So it covers those corporate borrowers having total exposure of is 50 crore and above. So this total exposure we need to include overdraft facility, term loan, non-fund based limit also. And next notification came on November 2018. It includes all participants other than individuals. So this notification does not cover individual, and it covers basically those person who transact in market regulated by RBI, including government securities market, money market मतलब basically where instrument with maturity for 1 year or less, and non-derivative forex market means transaction that settle on or before the spot date. In addition to above, entities are required to disclose about their direct and an ultimate parent company relationship when they apply for legal entity identifier code or for its renewal. So here we discuss about who needs to apply for LEI. So next question is how to get it. So entities can obtain LEI from any LOUs, local operating unit, which are accredited by GLEIF, that is Global Legal Entity Identifier Foundation. In India, LEI code can be obtained from LEIIL, that is Legal Entity Identifier India Limited. It's a subsidiary of Clearing Corporation of India and which has been recognized by Reserve Bank as issuer of LEI under the Payment and Settlement System Act 2007, and it is accredited by GLEIF as a local operating unit in India for issuance and management of LEI. So in India we can get this code from LEIIL. And next and last question is very important for due date of applying LEI. For category A, B, C, we are discussing here about due date. For categories, initially there were 4 phases, phase 1, 2, 3, 4, and which were categorized based on net worth limit. If net worth limit is 1000 crore and above, due date was 1st August 2017. And if net worth is between 200 crore and 1000 crore, due date was 1st October 2017. And for net worth between 70 crore and 200 crore, due date was 1st December 2017. And in case net worth is 70 crore and below, due date was 31st 2018. And it's very important to know that in case entities don't get any LEI code, if they were falling under phase 1, 2, 3, 4, then they would not be eligible to participate in OTC derivative market. Now we are discussing category B. If corporate's total exposure exceeds 1000 crore and above, due date was 31st March 2018. If it is between 500 crore and 1000 crore, then due date was 30th June 2018. And if it is between 100 crore and 500 crore, then due date was 31st March 2019. And if it is between 50 crore and 100 crore, then due date was 31st December 2019. In case borrowers who do not obtain LEI as per prescribed limit are not to be granted renewal as well as enhancement of credit limit. So it is very important to obtain LEI for the corporates in case they wanted to get renewal as well as enhancement of credit facility. For last category C, there were 3 phases, phase 1, 2 and 3 based on net worth limit. If participants having net worth above 1000 crore, then due date was 30th April 2019. In second phase, if participants having net worth between 200 crore and 1000 crore, then due date was 31st August 2019. These two due dates fall under phase 1 and 2 got extended via notification 26 April 2019 and extended deadline was 31st December 2019. In last phase, if participant having net worth up to 200 crore, then due date was 31st March 2019 and there was no change in the notification came on 26 April 2019. But recently there was a notification came by RBI and due date got extended up to 30th September 2019 due to this COVID impact. So it is very important to understand that if entities obtain LEI code, then they can undertake any transaction in these financial market after due date, either as an issuer or as an investor or as a seller or buyer. And kindly noted that if transactions are undertaken through recognized stock exchange, then they are outside the preview of LEI requirement, that they don't require to obtain this LEI code. So this is all, my dear friends, about LEI. In case you require any assistance or any clarification on this topic, please do contact me on undersigned signature. Thank you so much for your valuable time.